Today is Friday, February 20th, 2026. We're about to start the Great Walk Lake Waikaremoana, going through from Onipoto to Panakeri Hut, which is 8.8 k's, but pretty much uphill the whole way. So where we are walking is pretty much up that ridge and to the highest point where the hut is tonight. Really looking forward to it. Going uphill is one of our strengths, so looking forward to it. We've just gotten the boat ride across from the Waikaremoana holiday park. So yeah, blue skies, let's get stuck in. Well, we've been walking for about 10 minutes and it has been basically straight up. That's downhill and that is uphill. Whew. So it's been 45 minutes of pretty much straight uphill. We are hoping that we'll be getting to the top of this crest pretty shortly, and then it'll plateau as we go across the top. Whew. Been a tough slog. Just having a 10 or so minute break here. Incredible trees, and got to a kind of top. We're hoping it's the complete top, but it may not be. And you can look out onto the lake here. So we came from that top end there where the holiday park is and started down at Onipoto, which is just tucked in there. And we think where we finish is there, but there's a lot more lake around the corner to go. Right. So we are heading towards Panakeri Hut. Come out to this outcrop here. We thought we'd done all up, but no, that's more up over that way. But certainly you don't get like views like this if you don't walk up for them. Quite spectacular. So we are nearly at the Panakeri Hut. It's about 10 past 12. The walking has been absolutely beautiful, even though the first, I suppose, 2 hours was pretty challenging. We're looking like we're going to be really lucky with the weather. Last forecast was showing 3 days of just beautiful sunshine. The track has only been open for a week and a half. It was closed for about 6 weeks because of the torrential storms in the North Island, but so far this part of the track is pretty good. It's going to be muddier when we get down to lake level because the lake actually filled up so much it was over the trail. So really stunning. Yeah, having a really good time. So this is the first hut, the Panakeri Hut. We've just had some crackers with marmite and cheese, and I've had a hot chocolate. Nick's having a coffee. There are two kind of dorms. We've got the bottom bunks there, two girls sharing there, and then I'll do a little video from outside later, but that's basically the view. So it is early morning, probably about 6:45 at Lake Waikaremoana, and absolutely beautiful morning. Didn't sleep too well, a bit uncomfortable on the mattresses, but there wasn't really any snoring or bad behaviour. So yeah, really easy day, just downhill to Waipawa Hut. Might do a bit of fishing, might carry on to the waterfall, but yeah, absolutely very lucky to be up here. About 10 to 8 Saturday morning, just left the Panakeri Hut, and we've got a very easy day today down to Waipawa Hut, and beautiful weather, so we'll probably go for a swim, do a bit of a fish, and there is a waterfall that potentially, if we feel inspired, we might walk on to. Otherwise we'll just take it really easy. Really nice group of people in the hut yesterday. Yeah, so all going well, and absolutely beautiful morning. It's day 2. We've been walking for about an hour and 3/4. Pretty easy day today. Just had coffee this morning, scrogging as we walked. And last night, I forgot to take a video of it, but we had our nachos with corn chips, tomatoes, guacamole, beans, cheese and sour cream. So felt pretty flash.
Sorry, the biggest. Very self-sustaining.
Oh, it's pretty incredible. So we got to Waikaremoana hut and it's absolutely beautiful, but we've made the decision to carry on to the Maora Iti hut, which is supposed to be a bit of a shithole. But it's pretty early in the morning, it's 10:30. We've got the whole day, and the ranger was at the Waikaremoana hut and said that there was quite a large group who was going to be there tonight. And from the looks of the chili bins and stuff that had been dropped off for them, might have been a bit party central for us. So we're going to carry on. The signpost says about 5 hours. We reckon hopefully about 4, and then there'll be time for a swim and a fish. We have probably got about half an hour left before we get to Maora Iti hut. There's been a lot of ups and downs on this bit. And unfortunately my knee's gotten really sore, so I've had to put my brace on. But when we get to the end, there'll be a swim waiting, so looking forward to that. So the Maora Iti hut turned out to be further than expected. Walking for a bit longer than we thought we would be, but we've just spotted it round the corner here, so we're only a couple of minutes away. Nick's been a bit of a hero. My knee's really sore, so he's taken probably about 5 or 6 kgs from my bag, put it into his pack, just to make it a little bit easier on my knee. So what a wonderful guy. So it turns out that what we thought was the hut wasn't the hut, but it was workers' quarters. And so we think we've got potentially another half an hour to go, but it's really hard to tell because all of the signposts are contradictory, have different times and different kilometre measurements. So we think it's about half an hour. Really looking forward to finishing today. We think maybe there's just one more up and over to go. So, but still pretty pleasant. So this is the Maora Iti hut, which is supposed to be the worst of the bunch. We got here first and luckily got the end beds because it looks like it's going to be pretty bloody full. We've just had our hot chocolate, but we did go for a swim just out there where those other ladies are, and it was absolutely glorious. So well worth the walk to get here. 9 o'clock on Sunday morning. That's the hut Maora Iti that we stayed at. We have got a very quiet day today, just heading through to the next hut, only 2 hours. So another beautiful day. Last night was a good night. Hut was pretty full. A couple of people who were really loud and terrible language, but overall pretty good. We had steak with pak choy and mushrooms for dinner. Yep, and not far to go today. So we've made it to the Waiharuru hut, which is absolutely massive and has a separate, similar sized building for kitchen. And we have got the 2 little single bunks here, and this is the view. So we'll spend the day just relaxing, going for a swim. So this is dinner time at the last hut. We have just cooked it up. We have got mushrooms, green beans, potato and pumpkin mash, and then an all-day breakfast which has beans, chorizo, speck and more mushrooms. Not bad. It is just on 7 o'clock, Monday morning 23rd. That's the hut we were at last night, the Waihohonu, and we're just walking across to the water taxi pickup, which, how many Ks, Nick?
Only 5Ks.
5Ks, so not too bad. We've got about half an hour or less to walk, and then potentially have a swim while we wait for the boat to pick us up. Then go back to the holiday park, collect the car, and drive down to Hastings to see Ella for dinner tonight.
Perfect way to end it.